MAGA, I got a question. You fake ass patriots, are you winning yet? I'm just curious about, do you feel like you're winning? I mean, because that's what this has been all about all along, all the way since 2016. He told you y'all was going to win so much, you're going to get tired of winning. And I'm just wondering, are you getting tired of that winning yet? And I guess the real question is, do you even know what winning is? That's the big question, really, because I don't think you know it, or it ain't what you think it is. I can tell you that. Look, what you need to do is go up on these YouTubes right here and look up this song by Bobby Bear called "The Winner." It was released in 1976 on an album called "The Winner with the Rest of the Losers." And what you need to do is listen to that song, because it describes you, MAGA, you fake ass patriots. It describes you to a T and what you think winning looks like. You need to go listen to that. It might help you out a little bit. Okay? So let me ask you something. Whenever Krasnoff there, Donald F. and Trump, whenever y'all got him back up there pretending he's president again, squatting up in the White House that he turns into a trap house while he's in there, when he got in there and he signed that executive order there, raising your prescription prices back up, your Medicare prescription prices up, did that make you a winner there? I mean, I guess it did, see, because it's all about owning the libs and causing somebody some pain. So, you know, that was Joe Biden. That was the Sleepy Joe that went in there. And he's the one that negotiated with the Medicares and got your prescription prices down. And you think, well, that ain't good right there, because, you know, that Sleepy Joe, Democrat right there, he's a Democrat, and he did something good for you. And you can't have that. Can't have that at all. So you're okay then with Krasnoff, Taco, going in there and signing an executive order on day one that's raising your Medicare prescription prices back up again, because you didn't say nothing about it. So, and you couldn't say nothing about it because then you wouldn't be a winner, you know. Owning the libs, your guy doing something to cause pain to somebody else, that right there makes you a winner, right? You are a winner now because of that. Or, you know, matter of fact, that big, beautiful bullcrap bill there that they got back up in Congress again. Do you remember whenever the State of the Union address was being held there by Joe Biden just a couple of years ago, and that Marjorie Taylor Greene was wearing some ridiculous MAGA costume there, and looking like the idiot that she is, that, you know, big old ogre-looking Flintstone that smells like feet. Anyway, she was making a fool of herself, and Joe Biden said, hey, these Republicans want to cut your Medicare and your Medicaid and all that. Oh, they got outraged by that. Remember, she got outraged, started yelling, liar, liar, liar. Remember? Then they kind of hashed it out right there in the middle of the State of the Union address, and they agreed right there in front of everybody, no, that's not what they're going to do. The Democrats were just lying about it. And then y'all said the same thing. Oh, they're just lying. Well, now then, how do you feel about the fact that they're cutting all the Medicares and the Medicaids and the SNAP benefits and veterans benefits and Meals on Wheels and everything that comes with it? You're okay with it, aren't you? You're okay because that right there, that's a Republican bill, and you're a Republican. And so don't matter what's in it, because if it's going to cause somebody else some pain, well, then you're a winner. You're a winner because it's all about causing somebody else some pain. Even though you're caught up in that pain right there, long as that happens, you're a winner, right? Owning the libs, no matter what, at any cost. See, it's kind of like going out and getting into a bar fight, you know, and that dude just knocks all the teeth out of your empty head. But hey, you know what? You cracked 3 of his ribs. So therefore, you're a winner, right? You're walking around looking like a dumbass gummy bear, and you caused him a little bit of pain, so therefore you're a winner. Is that right? I got this right? I think so. I think that's how your empty brain buckets work. Okay? You think you're winning. What about all these food prices and stuff? And y'all was out here whining and complaining for 4 years straight about prices and how Joe Biden needs to fix them prices and all that. Blaming Sleepy Joe for it. Even though, hey, we all looked up there on the signs at the grocery stores and not a damn one of them said, hey, Joe's General Grocery. None of it said it, ever. Or government grocery store. Didn't matter to you. He didn't get them prices down right there, and it's his fault. Well, and then Donald F. and Trump there. That big orange bloated syphilis up Adderall riddled idiot went around the country telling all y'all, I'm going to fix them prices on day one. I'm going to do it on day one. And then he gets in there and tells you, hey, you know what? I can't fix the prices. Can't nothing I can do about it. And y'all said, well, it's the patriotic thing to do to pay them higher prices. We got to pay them higher prices because Donald F. and Trump's the president. And if he can't fix it, ain't nobody can fix it. But you're okay with that because it's owning the libs. You got your guy back in there, even though he's a lying sack of crap, right? You got your guy back in there based on lies. But that's fine because that makes you a winner because it pisses off Democrats. Well, it pisses off anybody with a little bit of common sense. And you're okay with that because that's what it's all about. Owning the libs and pissing people off and causing people pain. So therefore that makes you a winner, right? Even though your prices are going up right now along with everybody else's. You're a winner, right? How about no new wars? No new wars. While Krasnov and Benjamin Netanyahu are over there playing a game of good cop, bad cop, right? Pretending like they're at odds with each other. While Trump says that Benjamin Netanyahu made a phone call and asked his permission before he went and bombed Iran, right? Yeah, right. See, because Donald F. and Trump wants nothing more than a war with Iran, especially before the midterm elections. He wants this country to be in a state of war. But no new wars, right? No new wars. But you know what? We're going to bomb the hell out some Iranians. We're going to take some Iranian lives. We're going to get us some blood is what we're going to do. We're going to cause pain, even though that's going to cause everything. All of our prices, gas prices, with everything else when the Iranians going straight and shut down the Straits of Hormuz. What do you think's going to happen? Huh? The largest trade route in the world. But that's fine. That's fine because that's your guy doing it. And, we're causing some pain and shedding some blood. So therefore, we're causing pain, which makes us winners, right? Right. It's the same thing with abortion. Hey, bunch of you MAGA dudes out there, I know you son of bitches, all right? Look, there's so many of y'all don't care about abortion. You don't care about kids. You don't care about none of that stuff. Hell, most of you's probably paid for abortions at some point. And you know you have. But hey, you know what? Them evangelicals, they're on your side, so therefore you must adopt their policies, right? When you really don't care. But hey, you know what? You're controlling somebody else. You're controlling a whole other group of people. You're pissing them off, which is what it's all about, owning some libs and pissing some people off, so therefore you're a winner. Even though it might be your daughter or your wife that's left in a hospital hallway that can't receive the life-saving care that she needs. But that's fine, right? You're willing to make that sacrifice because you caused somebody else some pain. So therefore, you're a winner. What you are is pathetic. Weak. Can't think for yourself. Bunch of damn cowards. And if you got the idea that winning means you cause somebody else some pain, you don't know what winning looks like. And you never will. And that's probably the reason why that you thought you was taking the easy way out because some con man, carnival barker, comes along and sells you a load of crap that he's going to make all of you winners because you felt like nothing but a loser your whole life, and it's probably your fault. Inmate Trump.